کرہ ارض کا بلائی حصہ جسے ہم پوست زمین کہتے ہیں یا انگلش میں اس کو ارتھ کرسٹ کہا جاتا ہے، یہ دو حصوں پر مشتمل ہے۔ ایک حصہ اس کا کانٹیننٹل کرسٹ کہلاتا ہے یا براعظمی اس کا پوست زمین کا حصہ ہے، اور دوسرا اوشینک کرسٹ ہے جو کہ سمندر کے جو فرش ہے اس کے نیچے یہ موجود ہے، یا beneath the floor of the ocean it is called the oceanic crust۔ یہ دونوں کرہ زمین کے بلائی حصے پہ موجود ہے، اور اسے ہم لتھوسفیر کہتے ہیں، یا اسے ارتھ کرسٹ کہا جاتا ہے۔ ارتھ کرسٹ کے دو حصے ہونے کی وجہ سے چٹانیں بھی ہم مختلف کیٹیگریز میں ڈیفائن کر سکتے ہیں، اور ان کی ٹائپس کو ہم انہی وجوہات کی بنا پر تین مختلف حصوں میں تقسیم کرتے ہیں۔ ایک وہ حصہ جو یا وہ ٹائپ جسے ہم اگنیس راکس کہتے ہیں، یہ آتشی چٹانیں کہلاتی ہیں۔ یہ بہت امپورٹنٹ راکس ہیں۔ نمبر 2 کیٹیگری از the second type is called the sedimentary rocks, and the third type is called the metamorphic rocks۔ igneous rocks جسے آتشی چٹانیں بھی کہا جاتا ہے، یہ سب سے اہم چٹانیں ہیں اور ابتدائی چٹانیں بھی کہلاتی ہیں۔ نمبر 2 جسے سیڈیمنٹری راکس ہیں، تو یہ تمام چٹانوں سے مل کے بنی ہیں، یعنی وہ عوامل جو ایروجن میں اور ڈیپوزیشن میں بہت امپورٹنٹ رول پلے کرتے ہیں، جیسے کہ ہم پہلے پڑھ چکے ہیں کہ پانی، گلیشیئر، ہوائیں اور بحری جو روئیں ہیں یا لہریں ہیں جسے ہم کوسٹل ویو کہتے ہیں، اس سے یہ چٹانیں بنتی ہیں۔ اس میں نہ صرف آتشی چٹانوں کا مواد شامل ہے، بلکہ اس میں تہہ دار چٹانیں جسے سیڈیمنٹری راکس کہتے ہیں اس کا مواد بھی شامل ہے، اور میٹامورفک چٹانیں جنہیں متغیرہ چٹانیں کہتے ہیں اس کا مواد بھی اسی میں شامل ہے۔ اس طرح سے ہم ان تین اہم اقسام کو اس چیپٹر میں پڑھیں گے۔ They are actually the first of all we discuss the what is igneous rock۔ Igneous rock جیسے کہ نام سے ظاہر ہے is made by the process of fire and solidified from mineral matter in a high temperature molten stage۔ So igneous rocks are formed when molten material moves from deep into the earth and solidified there or erupted from the earth crust۔ So when we are talking about the igneous rock, it has two major areas where they are formed. The first place actually is under the surface, and the second stage is above the surface of the earth. Now in this slide we have good phenomena of the molten material which actually erupted from the lower part of the surface and is called the lava. But the molten material which is actually under the surface of the earth is called the magma. So the magma temperature is higher than the lava temperature, and the rocks which are formed under the surface of the earth, it solidified in a longer period of time. But the lava rocks, when the magma erupted from the lower part of the earth crust to the surface of the earth, it solidified in a shorter period of time. So there is a difference between the lava rocks and the rocks which are under the surface of the earth. We can see here the magma which is under the surface of the earth is moving from the chamber, which is called the plutonic area. So the magma that solidifies below the earth's surface and remains surrounded by the older pre-existing rock is called intrusive igneous rocks. All the rocks which are formed under the surface are called the intrusive igneous rocks. The process of injection into the existing rock is intrusion, and when magma reaches the surface, it emerges as lava, which solidified to form extrusive igneous rocks. The process of release at the surface is called extrusion. Here we have the extrusion, in the form of volcanism or eruption. So all the rocks which are made over the surface of the earth, so those are called the extrusive igneous rocks. Again, we have a best example of the intrusive igneous rocks formation and extrusive igneous rocks formation. The surface which is under the beneath the area under the rocks crust, so those are in the form of layers. So all the layers are actually in different compositions. You can say here the rocks which are in minor grains particles, the rocks in different formation, so and different composition. So this layer is in different composition and different color, and this is also. So all type of composition are actually under the process of melting. So the intrusive igneous rocks are actually not only it has its own composition of the mineral or element, but it actually occupies the pre-existing rocks also. So it has different composition as compared to the rocks which are made over the surface of the earth and which is called the extrusive igneous rocks. Now intrusive igneous rock cools very slowly over thousands of years. As a result, develop large mineral crystals. They are coarse textured. The granite and gabbro are the good example of the coarse textures. So these two rocks are intrusive igneous rocks, and they have coarse textures because it solidified in a shorter period of time. So it has a good example of the coarse textures. So you can see here the different colors of the granite rocks. Some are in pink color, some are in gray, green, red or blue, brown, white or black. So these are the different colors of the granite. So why? Because of the certain composition of the elements. So elements are different, so that's why the colors of the granite rock is different. Now these are the extrusive igneous rocks, and they are actually in very smooth but rough surface. Rhyolite is the name for lava of the same composition as granite and grayish in color, but basalt is lava of composition of the gabbro, and basalt is black in color or darker in colors. Now the body of the intrusive igneous rock is called a plutonic rock called batholith. A single batholith extends down several kilometers and may occupy an area of several thousand square kilometers, and still a plate-like layer formed when magma forces its way between two pre-existing rock layers. Second kind of plutonic rock is the dike, a wall-like body formed when a vertical rock feature is forced open by the magma. In an intrusive igneous rocks, individual mineral crystals are visible with the help of a simple magnifying lens. In an extrusive igneous rock, which color very rapidly or cools very rapidly, the individual crystals are very small. They can only be seen through a microscope. Rock with such small crystals are termed as fine textured. So all the extrusive igneous rocks are fine textured rocks, and they have small crystal because they cools very rapidly. So this is batholith, is also called the magma chamber, and this is the shape of the dike, and this is cell. So these are all the intrusive igneous formations, and when we are talking about the lava rocks, those are actually the areas where you have the eruption of the molten material, hot molten material, and those are called the extrusive igneous rocks. So in some special circumstances, the important minerals deposits are in the form of ores, as tin and uranium are the commonly associated with granite and diorite, whereas ores of the chromium are commonly associated with gabbro. So these are the common minerals which are associated with the extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks.